Okay. Vocabulary. Okay, so our expression of the day is corner the market, and that expression is used to when you're trying to have a strategy or a plan for a specific market, and you're trying to take advantage of that market with sales or making money off of it. And our grammar. Oh, sorry, I lost it. Okay. First, we have nonsensical, meaning nonsense, not making any sense. No meaning. The teacher thought my answers to the exam were nonsensical. Someone that is speaking gibberish. Do you know the word gibberish? Gibberish. Gibberish is just speaking nonsense. It doesn't. It's yeah. So it could be someone who's really drunk, for example. Next, immense. Immense is something that's huge, just has a great impact. So it says extremely large or great, especially in scale or degree. The earthquake had an immense effect on the small town. So immense is something that's just gigantic. Number 3, better off. To be better off, that's actually a really good expression. It says it's basically to be in a more favorable position or situation that gets better. A lot of times people will say if you have a breakup, like in a relationship, right? So you break up with your girlfriend or boyfriend, and then all of your friends who are supporting you will say, oh, you're better off without him. You'll be better off without her. And that's the way of saying that your life will be improved. Number 4, recipe for disaster. I think I'm going to make that our grammar of the day. Recipe for disaster is a way of saying all of the right combinations of events or people or time happening at the same time to make something horrible happen. So recipe for disaster can be like, let's say there's a construction project and a lot of people are outside making a new building, and then there's a typhoon coming. So if there's a lot of loose materials on that construction project, or if there's people still working outside and a typhoon is coming, that's a recipe for disaster. So we'll make that one our grammar of the day. So if someone uses recipe for disaster or corner the market, then we'll be at the tables and encourage each other to use that, and hopefully we'll have a winner at the end of the day to say that.
Word of the day.
Yeah, word. Well, recipe for disaster is an idiom, but.
I mean, you said grammar of the day.
Oh yeah. I changed it to grammar, just because it's an idiom. But yeah. So since recipe for disaster is technically 3 words of the day. Okay, 5, heed, to pay attention to or listen to very carefully or consider very carefully. Most of the time when someone says heed, they usually say heed my warning. That's a very common expression for using the word heed. You'll see it especially in movies. If maybe if there's like the bad guy in a movie, the bad guy will say something like he's making a threat. Heed my warning. This is not the last time you ever see me. Like he's making a threat. Listen up. Okay, so heed is a way of saying you should pay attention. Number 6, make ends meet. This is also very common. Trying to make enough money to be able to pay your bills and get by with your daily or your weekly or monthly spending. My mom is trying to make ends meet by working 2 shifts every day. A lot of times people say that when they are having a harder time financially. So if they have a hard time financially and they have to work extra to make ends meet. Sometimes, for example, when you're young and you just graduated from high school, you're going to college, and you have to go live on your own at your university, but the cost of going to university is very expensive. So you have to work to pay for university and eat, pay for your books. So a lot of students have to support themselves to make ends meet. And that's all I have. So our expression of the day is corner of the market. Word of the day is actually 3 words. Recipe for disaster.